Yo, what's poppin', man? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hey, we about to get into this. Did Diddy do it? I don't know, man. 1090 Jake, he did a cover on it, man. I'm just doing a reaction to it. Shout out to 1090 Jake with his 1 million subscriber he just recently hit. You know what I'm saying? If y'all haven't, be sure to subscribe to my channel, turn on post notification, leave a like and comment, man. With that being said, let's get into this video. Yeah.
Investigation and lawsuit going on right now.
Crazy.
Tonight at 11, Sean Combs' luxury mansions across the country raided by Homeland Security agents and 2 of his kids put in handcuffs.
Federal Homeland Security investigations agents, heavily armed and armored tactical teams, guns drawn, clearing room to room. A similar scene playing out in Diddy's homes more than 2,000 miles away on my.
Yo, the fact that they hit like 3 to 4 spots at once. Man, bruh, ain't no way nobody could prepare for that, bruh. They literally set this day up for him. They literally said, hey, everybody, we're going to the Diddy's mansion today. Be sure to come into work. You don't want to miss this. And nobody missed it. Do you see everybody there, bruh? This is crazy.
Miami Star Island.
Did he do it? Has got to be the #1 question of 2024, as the hardest lawsuit in hip hop has the internet in shambles.
Oh, man.
Fed raids, private jets, and the wildest parties have hip hop legend Diddy in the hot seat as the feds investigate 50.
Yo, it's crazy. Like, this is insane because for many years, people been saying that, bro, that Diddy be on some weird stuff at his parties. You know what I'm saying? Diddy been on that weird stuff. And, you know what I'm saying? If Diddy gay, it is what it is. Because I feel like everybody in the rap game, most likely, yeah, y'all know what it is. And but the fact that, you know, people just been letting it slide for years after years. And now all of a sudden it comes out to the light. I don't know, man. It's crazy.
He instigates, and the rest of us wait to see, did he do it?
Diddy.
Now, y'all are in for an exciting ride because this case starts off with its own trigger warning, something I've never seen in my 5 years of covering legal work. But obviously, we're going to abide by YouTube guidelines, and I'll let y'all use your adult imagination to fill in the blanks. Rodney Jones, who's more commonly known as Lil Rod,
No Diddy.
is an award-winning Grammy nominee.
Yo, when I seen that interview, matter of fact, I might do a reaction to that interview. But when I seen that interview, that was funny, bro. But yeah, that's crazy. Whew, crazy.
Producer, artist, and instrumentalist from Chicago. He's also apparently Diddy's worst fucking nightmare as he's airing everything out.
Yo,
According to his GoFundMe, Rod worked 1 year straight on Diddy's Love album and apparently got fucked over on money, publishing shares, and royalties for the project.
whoa.
With a goal of raising $50,000, Rod claims taking Diddy to trial could cost him up to $300,000, and every donation counts. Rod would claim for the last 6 months, him and his team try to resolve these issues with Diddy, but Diddy's tactics were to stall communications, dry out his money, and leave Rod in a desperate state without any ground to hold up against the music mogul. So Rod said, fuck it.
Oh man.
The 105-page amended lawsuit would state Rod lived with.
Yo. Just wanted to pause this real quick so y'all can take a glance at it real quick. So he produced 9 songs. He lived with Diddy for some months, spending holidays, birthdays, missing major family events. Okay. Residence in LA, California, Miami, and Florida. Spent several weeks on a yacht rented by Diddy. Okay, in the Virgin Islands. Made several trips with him to New York City through his time of living with him. Witnessed experience, and there are many things that went far beyond his role as a producer. Yo.
With Diddy for months, spending holidays, birthdays, and missing family events. He lived at Diddy's $40 million Los Angeles estate and $35 million Miami mansion. He'd also spend several weeks on a yacht rented by Diddy in the U.S. Virgin Islands. While living a superstar lifestyle doesn't sound so bad, Lil Rod would claim he witnessed, experienced, and endured many things that went far beyond his role as a producer. Diddy required Rod to record him constantly, and on several occasions took Rod's phone to record himself. As a result, Rod has secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio
man.
recordings of Diddy, his staff, and guests engaging in serious illegal activity.
Whoa. Talk about a snitch. Talk about turning on him. Hey, but nah, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna call the man no snitch. I'm gonna just say that's crazy. Like, I don't know what's about to come out with this Diddy stuff, man. I know the whole world waiting, but whoa.
And with this lawsuit, he's exposing it all. On September 12, 2022, there was an argument within a Los Angeles recording studio between Diddy, his son Justin, and a man named G, who was a friend of Justin. The argument moved from the studio and into a bathroom close to where Lil Rod was sitting. Rod was only 2 feet away when multiple gunshots rang out, causing Rod to fear for his life, believing he'd be shot next. When the bathroom door opened, Diddy and Justin walked out, while G laid on the floor in a fetal position, holding his stomach and bleeding out. A crowd was now standing around G, but nobody was helping him. So Rod ran over and began applying pressure while asking the crowd to call an ambulance. Rod would lift G to the ambulance as Diddy and Justin disappeared.
Why is Amazon paying me
Diddy would later give strict instructions to inform police he had nothing to do with the shooting
Whoa.
and force Rod to lie to police by telling them G was shot outside the studio in a drive-by. A news report would be included in the lawsuit stating one person was shot outside of a Hollywood recording studio around 3 a.m.
Wow.
It would also state the man was shot after stepping outside the studio. Lil Rod would claim to have several
That's crazy.
corroborating witnesses he spoke with anonymously because they fear retaliation from Diddy. But they've allegedly agreed to speak on what they saw if subpoenaed to court. Meaning if the courts order them to come in, they'll answer the toughest question: did he do it? Screenshots of the aftermath would be included in the paperwork, along with a screenshot of Diddy in the studio. And Rod would claim because Diddy failed to provide security for himself and other workers within the studio, he is now severely traumatized. Rod would claim he now suffers from PTSD, severe anxiety, depression, and insomnia. But it wouldn't stop there. Lil Rod would also attempt to unravel the cover-up. An Instagram message would come from the actual recording studio stating the shooting happened a half block away was the result.
Yo, this is crazy. This is wild. This is wild. The fact that this is now just coming out. I mean, I know it was been in public records, but this is wild, bro. This is evidence. Why? This is nothing but evidence. That's what this is right here. Straight evidence, man.
Result of a robbery, and G returned to the studio after being shot. TMZ would report the story told the cops that night was the victim was robbed at gunpoint by 2 individuals outside, one of which who shot the victim. The lawsuit would highlight how strenuously secure the studio was, such as having to be buzzed in, identifying yourself to reception, being on a visitor's list, etc. Just to get to the bathroom G was found bleeding in, you'd have to pass reception, walk down a long hallway past 3 recording studios,
Whoa.
turn left, pass a lounge, and finally reach the bathroom. Being shot and left unable to walk, it sounds highly unlikely
Yeah.
you would make it a half block back to the studio
Right.
and all the way to the bathroom just to be
Whoa.
carried out to an ambulance. So why hasn't anyone else spoke out? Well, apparently days before the shooting, Diddy sent a non-disclosure agreement to everyone that would be present within the studio. Lil Rod would allege they're in fear of being sued, and in small writing on the lawsuit, it would state they were unaware an NDA is voided when it comes to reporting crimes. Lil Rod didn't sign the NDA anyways.
Okay.
He's speaking out on a whole lot more.
Yo, the fact that he didn't sign that and he was still there, that man played it smart. Because now that put him in a situation where he did something like this. I'ma just say it like that. Him just not doing that was smart. Okay? That was smart.
While living with Diddy, Lil Rod would claim to be the victim of constant, unsolicited, and unauthorized groping and touching of his
asshole?
Rod was also forced by Diddy to work in his bathroom while Diddy walked around in his birthday suit and showered. As a straight Christian man, Rod was uncomfortable with Diddy's advances and expressed his discomfort to Diddy's chief of staff, Christina Coram. She'd reply with, you know, Sean will be Sean. She'd also attempt to downplay what happened as horseplay and as Diddy's way of showing he likes you. Rod believes Diddy was trying to groom him into a relationship and into doing other things. Diddy knew Rod idolized Stevie J, so Diddy showed a video of who he claims was Stevie J doing the nasty with a white man. Rod believes Diddy showed him this because if Stevie J can do it, they can do it, maybe even together. He'd quote Diddy as saying, this is normal practice in the music industry. Look, even Stevie J is...
Yo, wait. Listen, people been saying this whole time, you hear me? It's crazy.
is doing it. Rod would also claim Diddy told him he did the nasty with a rapper and R&B singer. Both of their names would be redacted from the paperwork, but at the bottom of the page, it would state the rappers from Philly and dated Nicki Minaj. The R&B singer performed at the Super Bowl. This would damn near cause a social media shutdown as the internet filled in the blanks. Look,
Yo, listen, I was hearing people say this. You know, you got all your blogs out there, but the fact that this is in paperwork, the fact that this man was this close with Diddy, you know what I'm saying? And ain't no telling what's about to come out.
Lil Rod was alleging that Diddy was claiming to have fucked Meek Mill and Usher. Diddy would then promise Rod he'd win a Grammy for Producer of the Year if he got down with the Get Down. Fast forward to Thanksgiving of 2022, Rod was in Diddy's Miami mansion along with Young Miami and her female cousin. Diddy was intoxicated, to say the least, and offering cocaine. But Rod, while using the bathroom, Young Miami's cousin bursted in, dropping to her knees. Rod claimed he had to push her off him to leave the bathroom, but she just followed, undressing along the way as she attempted to straddle him in front of Diddy and staff. Rod thinks Diddy sent her to freakily assault him and provided pictures of her in the mansion. Rod would also name Young Miami, Jade, and Daphne Joy, who were all paid to play on a monthly basis. 50 Cent would respond to the news about his baby mother on Instagram. Apparently, this wasn't the first time Diddy sent a hit, and Diddy was big on hiring girls to do what he asked. Rod would claim he'd be drunk.
Yo, this is crazy. This is wild. Y'all gotta understand. This is wild. This is crazy. This man literally. This man was literally working the industry. Like most of the artists that we know went through Diddy or been associated with Diddy. Whew. Whoa, that's crazy, man.
Drugged, waking up next to Diddy and two girls Diddy paid to play. On another occasion, Diddy tried to get him to do coke, but would end up waiting a little later to do coke with Young Miami. Diddy would send Rod to Miami's famous strip club Booby Trap to recruit girls while wearing a bad boy baseball hat. Diddy would then force him to have fun with the same girls. To maintain control over Rod, Diddy would promise him $250,000 for any instruments he wanted, ownership of a $20 million Miami home, and access to record label executives. But at times, Diddy would switch his approach, threatening Rod with violence and...
Yo, y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. For real, cause this sounds like a lot of proof, you know. So, I mean, come on now. You got the money for it, so.
and at one point saying he'd eat Rod's face and kill his mother. On July 2nd, 2023, Diddy had a listening party at his California home. According to Rod, there was an R&B artist, Diddy's son Justin, and underage girls. Diddy had required Rod to recruit women he could pay to play with, and as several women came to the house, there were at least 5 girls under the age of 16 in the crowd.
Whoa.
Diddy forced everyone to drink liquor laced with ecstasy, and when Rod attempted to leave, Diddy took his car keys, forcing him to stay. After consuming 4 laced shots of liquor, Rod fell asleep, waking up naked with a female next to him. So while Diddy allegedly threw himself and multiple women at Rod, Diddy would also allegedly try to hook up Rod with a famous actor. Rod would be introduced to 𝐂𝐫 𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐠𝐡 Jr. while they were on a yacht. Video evidence would show 𝐂𝐫 began touching, groping, and fondling Rod's legs, inner thighs, shoulders, and the small of his back. Rod would claim he was extremely uncomfortable, but in a screenshot from the video, Rod appears to be smiling through it before allegedly pushing him away. Once again, Rod was fucking up the vibe, so Diddy had him sit down while showing an arsenal of guns and bragging about the shootings he got away with. This would be when Diddy allegedly said he was responsible for the shooting in a New York nightclub with the rapper Shyne. It was 2:55 a.m. on December 27th, 1999. Shots rang out at Club New York in Manhattan, and 3 people were shot.
This is wild. The fact that Diddy was just telling this man all this shit. This is wild. Like, he real deal out here telling this man anything and everything about what he used to do and what he did. It's crazy. This is
While Diddy, J-Lo, and Shyne were arrested after a gun was found in their car. Shyne would end up being the only one charged and sentenced to 10 years in prison. It's been said Shyne made a deal with the devil, taking the charge for Diddy, and Rod is now saying Jenny from the block is the one who carried the gun into the club and passed it to Diddy before he opened fire. Cassie would also claim in her lawsuit Diddy had her carrying guns in her purse just to make her feel uncomfortable and demonstrate how dangerous he is. Rod was terrified, felt he couldn't tell Diddy no, and Diddy apparently made it clear his security Fahim Muhammad had the power to make people and problems disappear.
oh man.
According to Rod, Diddy instructs his staff to always contact Muhammad if the police in Miami or California pull them over. It was also Muhammad who spoke with LAPD. The lawsuit would state Christina is the Ghislaine Maxwell to Sean Combs' Jeffrey Epstein. Rod would witness Christina openly ordering staff to keep Diddy high off gummies and pills. She'd require all employees, from the butler to the chef to the housekeepers, to walk around with a black Prada bag or fanny pack filled with cocaine, GHB, ecstasy, marijuana gummies, and 𝐂𝐶. She wanted Diddy's drug of choice available at all times whenever he asked for it. Now, 𝐂𝐶 is pink cocaine mixed with ecstasy, and it's more popular in places like Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, and Colombia. With Miami being in close proximity to the islands, 𝐂𝐶 would find its way to Diddy's mansion. And according to Rod, Christina distributed the drug to Diddy's celebrity friends and women who came to party. This brings us to former basketball player Brendan Paul. Brendan would work as Diddy's drug mule, acquiring and distributing drugs and guns alongside another associate named Frankie Santella. In one incident, Brendan would forget to bring 𝐂𝐶 for Diddy, so Young Miami brought it on a private jet from Miami. Brendan would go viral after being arrested with cocaine during the federal raid of Diddy's homes. He's since bonded out of jail, but many are wondering now that he's facing prison and a federal investigation if he'll cooperate against Diddy. Rod would allege while living with he had secret cameras in every room of his house. It's believed Diddy has recordings of
This is crazy. This man real deal had everybody having all types of narcotics, all type of things on them. You know you about to get flipped on, boy. These people about to sing in court.
several celebrities, artists, music label executives, and athletes engaging in illegal activities at Diddy's parties. As with the case of Stevie J, Diddy has compromising footage of every person who's attended his freak-off parties. And because of this treasure trove of evidence, Diddy believes he's above the law and untouchable. Rod's lawsuit would go as far as laying out its own RICO allegations against Diddy, accusing him of being the enterprise while his workers trafficked women, minors, and drugs. Spike in liquor, recording with hidden cameras, and having an employed staff running the operation, the allegations would only seem worse as the feds have not only raided his homes and seized his security cameras, they're now issuing subpoenas to associates and employees of Diddy, along with all flight logs from his private jet. Rod would also claim to witness Diddy supplying known gang members with guns out of his own closet but was purposely vague in describing them in the lawsuit out of fear. While much of this lawsuit may sound believable, it's important to remember these are all accusations coming from Rod, who had no accusations until being fucked over financially. There is no actual proof Meek Mill or Usher engaged in anything with Diddy. A male adult entertainer has come forward claiming it was him in the video and not Stevie J. While minors are alleged to have been at the party by Rod, it's unclear how Rod was the only one who knew the girls were under the exact age of 16, as stated. And while Rod accused Diddy of forcing him to partake in parties, Rod would consistently reap the benefits of living in multi-million-dollar homes.
So, there you got it right there, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. That's actually true. You feel me? So all these allegations and, accusations, we're gonna see how everything play out, man. So y'all let me know what y'all think.
Traveling on lavish trips and waking up with naked women. With the feds fully investigating, whatever's been kept in Diddy's darkness will soon be coming to the light, along with the answer to the question, did he do it?
Did he do it?
Now, if this lawsuit turns into a RICO, this is going to be the freakiest RICO. They're going to call this shit a FRICO. My personal opinion, there was probably some wild shit going on.
Yeah.
But if you've ever been to Miami, you know there's a lot of women in Miami that's selling it. As far as trafficking goes, because, the whole pimp game, they changed it up. First, you were getting charged as a pimp. Now you're getting charged with human trafficking. They changed the game. So a lot of what they're alleging is Diddy just paid females to show up and do things for his guests. It's not like Diddy was flying in females from different countries and taking girls from Mexico and hyping it up into a whole nother element. As far as I know, I mean, from what I'm reading, all it is they were going to booby trap, getting dancers to come over and get freaky at the party. Now, you're not supposed to spike anybody's drinks, but if adults are there and they want to, whatever they want to do, they're adults. That's on them. As far as trafficking drugs, no, you cannot take pink cocaine from Miami and fly it to LA. But then again, I'm pretty sure an amount would come into play when it comes to trafficking. As far as having ammo on other people, because he's got secret recordings, in the state of Florida, it is a felony alone to record someone without their permission, without their knowledge of being recorded. So if he has all that, and the feds find all that coming from his Miami home, that in itself is a charge against him. Now, keep in mind, all of these things are just accusations by Rod. When it comes to Meek Mill,
That's very true. All accusations for now. So
when it comes to Usher, Stevie J, everything is just an accusation. It's the equivalent of me robbing someone, right? Let's say I make them piss themselves. They're super scared, whatever. They know I did it. When they go to the police, they could say I pissed myself. They could say whatever they want. They could make something completely up. The police are going to write it down, and when you go look in the paperwork, that's what it's going to say, that he said this.
that's true. That's the narrative.
That doesn't mean that's what actually happened, but that's what he's alleging. So Rod is alleging these things, and that does not mean these things happen. So for Meek and everyone else that's been catching shit about this, I'm sure they have the understanding. I highly doubt that they were doing these crazy things. I don't know. I might have a different opinion because I feel like right is right, wrong is wrong. And if you were with all the bullshit up until you got fucked over on money, it's like you were partaking in it. But once you get fucked over, now I was forced and I was this and I was that. But that's just my opinion. That might not be true. Maybe
What y'all think, man?
whatever he's saying actually happened. And I guarantee you the feds are going to find out. But let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section.
Yo, that's the video, man. Y'all stay tuned in for another one. With that being said, I'll see y'all in the next one. Yeah.
How he getting all these racks? How he getting all that cash? That's the question that they ask. But I'm spazzing on their ass. In my phone, I'm going fast. Fuck your questions, I'm a boss. I used to take hella losses. Now broke niggas keep your distance.